What is up in the loop, fans? It's Drew here at Dollywood. This opening weekend of Smoky Mountain Christmas, and let me tell you, it's really interesting being here for opening weekend because you've got the Christmas decorations all over the place, but it's also definitely like shorts and t-shirt weather. And let me see if I can show you this here. You got colors changing on the leaves. It is fall here in Tennessee. It is beautiful. Like look at this mountain here. You got the fall colors up there. So opening weekend, Smoky Mountain Christmas, yet another year of me checking out Dollywood. So let's explore, find out all the good things we got here at Dollywood. I love the iconic sign, but man, it's kind of busy today. We were here yesterday, now we're here on day 2. Oh, this lady's gonna roll right through that picture. Keeps on rolling. This guy's really happy. Good stuff. So let's explore Dollywood and find some fun things. And the coaster everybody wants to talk about. Lightning rod. Look at it going up that lift hill. So fast, so fun. Ah, yes. First coaster on our trip today is Lightning Rod. Lightning Rod is the fantastic launched RMC wooden roller coaster. Absolutely incredible, lots of airtime. I will say, it is not as good this year as it was last year. I don't know if it's because it is a year older, but it doesn't feel as fast. Coming down the quad down last year, I felt like every single moment of airtime was the craziest amount of airtime I've ever felt. Today, riding it, I would say every single moment of airtime was good, but it wasn't the most insane thing ever. So I don't know if they've slowed down the launch or what's going on, but Lightning Rod, while it has ran consistently the entire time we were here, is not nearly as insane as it was last year. It's still insane. It's just, it was a 12 and now it's an 11. But one thing I think is really funny is Dollywood, not putting any blame on themselves, has this absolute lovely sign here letting you know that the manufacturer, Rocky Mountain Construction, is working to improve consistency. So this ride might close. But please check out Dropline, because Dropline will work, except for, you know, if it's closed for bees or something like that. Also kind of funny, since last time I was here, the test seat has been moved to inside, I guess for more like privacy of those folks from Tennessee that need to use the test seat. So it was here, but now it's inside there. So here we are at Lightning Rod. Thunderhead. So as far as Thunderhead goes, it's got a new sign, which is kind of cool. So you've got Thunderhead, and then the part kind of gives you info about the other rides. Man, that train is definitely rocking. But Thunderhead is much rougher than it has been in years past. And I mean, it was bad last year. It is awful this year. But it's still kicking. People still seem to enjoy it. It's definitely got a little bit of line. One thing I find interesting is they've definitely pulled down all of the signs that say Thunderhead is the best wooden roller coaster. All of the awards that it had before. They had the 2 Golden Ticket Awards. They pulled them all down. So they clearly don't think too highly of this ride either if they're not going to talk about the award-winning Thunderhead anymore. But I'm not a fan. Rode it twice. It's definitely bumpier and it isn't the smoothness that it used to be. I'm thinking they need to get some retracting or something like that. But that's Thunderhead. New for 2017 here at Dollywood is the Whistle Punk Chaser. This is the family roller coaster here, pretty much right next to Thunderhead. See it around here, Thunderhead's right there. Family roller coaster right here. It looks like somebody dropped something. It's cute. It's your standard kids coaster. You can see it almost every park. Bright colored orange. I like the station. It looks nice. Good for families. We replaced that little like kids playground area. neat because the kids can ride that while their older brothers and sisters are riding Thunderhead. Also new for this year, drop line. It's a drop tower. It's awesome. So you get to spin all the way up. So you get a full lap around the park when you go up. But what makes this really awesome is, as you get to the top, you get another full rotation going up here. So you get a full rotation here. You get to go look at all of the cool trees and the skyline of the park and all of that great stuff. So you're up there for a good minute, minute and a half. Just slowly rotating around. Just keeps on spinning. And then you get to your spot. It actually lifts you back up just a little bit more. And then you drop. And that's drop line. Great views, awesome ride, totally great addition. And it's great because this is now being used for something. Before it was abandoned, the old topple tower, and then there was a Christmas tree here for a little bit. But now it's used again, and that's awesome. I love this little eagle that is made out of wood and different colored woods. Awesome. Some fun whistle signs here. Can you make your whistle sound like a train? That was too short. I don't know what I'm doing. I pull this thing and it makes whistle noises sometimes. I'm learning. Up next, we've got Mystery Mine. Mystery Mine, which, so it's a Eurofighter type ride here. I will say I'm not as fat as I used to be, so much easier to fit on this ride this year. Also, it's shorts and t-shirt weather at Dollywood. I'm not in a winter coat, so I don't complain, but the ride still sucks. It's easily the worst roller coaster here, and that includes Whistle Punk Chaser. Rough, banging around. Maybe I'm spoiled by all the Eurofighters I just rode in Europe like a week ago, but it's rough, it smashes your head around. Could really use those new lap bar only trains. Maybe that'll make Mystery Mine better. Because like this part right here is really cool. Where you like come flying out here. Oh, there's Wild Eagle. I thought this was going to be Mystery Mine. This is a terrible transition. But so Mystery Mine has its like looping dive, sweet thing right there. But it's not worth it. It like bangs your head around. At least the theming is all working on the ride this year, so that kind of made me happy. So you've got the fire effects and all of that kind of stuff. But as a whole, Mystery Mine hard pass. I don't think I'm ever going to ride this again unless they get lap bars or some general improvements to the attraction. Poor folks there did not enjoy that. Oh, we got some oak tree facts.
Yeah, kind of interesting.
They can live for 250 years or more. Some live more than 400 years. I like that. So like that's Dollywood opened, and then all of the history here. That's so cool. Up next on our tour of Dollywood is River Battle. Oh my. River Battle is no more. Go check this out. River Battle removed this year for future projects here at Dollywood. It is going to be a new show venue right here, which is cool. I'm not sure I like the idea that they removed a ride for a show venue, but I'm sure there are some people here that like that. I've never ridden on River Battle because it's always been really cold or closed for Christmas. But it was pretty and it added to the area. So that is gone. I will say, rode the train.
Look, see, look at that.
And there is a ton of equipment and construction going on the upper side of this hill behind Mystery Mine and River Battle. So this might be your 2018 project right here, but your 2019 project is definitely already under construction up on top of this hill up here. You've got several different land clearings, you've got definite big heavy machinery up there. So your 2019 project, look for it to come from this area up this hill down that way. So to give you a perspective of what I was talking about, this section right here is where the new show venue is going to go. That's where the river battle was. And all of behind here is all under construction. So you've got trees knocked down here, bulldozers, and a bunch of heavy equipment all around here. So above this hill up here, behind Mystery Mine, and also even as far as behind Dropline up here. So this section right here, I bet you, is where you'll see new additions coming to Dollywood really soon. Up next, folks, is the Wild Eagle. It's America's first wing rider coaster. And what's really weird is, so we're in Christmas time, so you can see like the Christmas wreaths here and stuff. But it is definitely fall, autumn here. The leaves are changing colors. So it was really pretty going up on Wild Eagle and seeing miles and miles of the Smoky Mountains all covered in different colored leaves. Wild Eagle's great. First drop, vertical loop. Fun times. You can't come to Dollywood and not ride the Wild Eagle. The giant Wild Eagle. I don't know why it's just the Dollywood logo. I guess because Dollywood puts their logo in front of all of the picture-taking opportunities so people know where they are, but I feel like the Wild Eagle logo would have looked better in front of there. Speaking of Wild Eagle, there's the lift hill right there. And here comes this train leaving the station right now. You got both sides on this wing coaster, which sometimes you have little differences. So like Swarm up at Thorpe Park, your right and left sides are different because of the things you interact with. I would say on Wild Eagle they both taste the same, so you could pretty much pick either side and it wouldn't really make a difference. One thing to note, Time Saver is kind of a joke on this ride as you merge way before the line. So if you are contemplating using Time Saver on this one, because you only have a limited amount if you don't have the unlimited one, you might want to use your Time Saver spots for other rides because you're not really saving a whole lot of time on Wild Eagle. But these guys are about to have some fun. It's a water clock. It's pretty sweet. Up next on our tour of this park is Fire Chaser Express. Fun little family roller coaster, 39 inches to ride this thing. So if you look, like, this is a really low height requirement you got here. 39 inches, it's not a bad gig to ride. It's fun. So you can sign up to be a volunteer today on the Fire Chaser Express. There it goes. I love that the train backs into the station, just like a fire truck. It's really cool. So about 2/3 through the ride, Fire Chaser Express ends in the Crazy Charlie's Firework and Gas Station. That seems like a terrible combination. You can see it. Getting some flying out with some fog. Goes around the track around here. It's neat because it goes backwards. Really kind of interesting here at Dollywood. So you have a designated vaping area that's away from the designated smoking area. I guess because vapors are trying to quit smoking, so they don't want to be by the tobacco smokers, so they have their own smoking areas. I also love how the theme is like a tornado swept through here, like it's just signs that are just kind of blown over and stuff like that. Tennessee Tornado. Man, I love this ride. It's like Arrow Looper back when Shoki got involved with Arrow and Arrow understood what was going on. Like, look at the size of this loop. Like it makes sense. It's big. And I also love that, you know, that goes through the mountains. Here comes the train. It's going to come flying out of here up into this giant loop over here. And then you've got the two other inversions of this ride. Back here in the woods, there's one, there's two, and then the train comes back. Ride's absolutely awesome. Love the Tennessee Tornado, one of my favorite aero loopers, one of my favorite roller coasters here. I definitely don't skip riding the Tennessee Tornado. All that poor farm equipment that got destroyed in that Tennessee Tornado. It is very much autumn here in Pigeon Forge. It's great. Feel the leaves falling on the ground. Love it. It's a pretty time of the year to come. First weekend of Christmas. Definitely recommend that one. The indoor roller coaster dark ride here is Blazing Fury. It hasn't been here since 1878, but it's definitely been here a while. I will say it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it, but I'm kind of ready for maybe a Garner Holt update on this, kind of like the Calico Mine Train at Knott's Berry Farm, something like that. I think that would make this ride absolutely superb. It's a fun ride, but it feels slowly getting more and more outdated. I know people like the cheesy dark ride aspect of it and like the crappiness of it, but I think it's time for them to put some more effects into this. But it's here, definitely ride it. Blazing Fury. You know, kind of a strange concept here, but I would say Dollywood really could use some bathroom improvements. I think all of their bathrooms are kind of gross, dirty, outdated, old. So if you're listening, Dollywood, I think this is something you could probably improve upon to make your bathrooms more modern. They feel about as rustic as the actual park does. So maybe it's authentic. This waterfall has been turned off for the year, so you get the pretty Christmas lights. But it's pretty sweet how they use this water sometimes. Craftsman Valley is kind of like Frontier Trail at Cedar Point, only actually authentic. And they're creating some of their crafts here. They've got wood carvers, and they've got blacksmiths and glass blowing shops, and they make candles here and soap. A lot of good stuff. Leather shop and emeralds. You pan for gold. Anyone want to buy some knives? You can do it here at the blacksmith shop.
Deer antler, bandsaw blade.
Up here is Daredevil Falls, which is a really steep log flume that I really have a lot of desire to ride someday, but I'm never here when it's open. It's either too cold in the early part of the year, or it's already closed for Christmas. Like today's actually a really nice day. I would have totally ridden it today. But it's closed for the year. Daredevil Falls. I really want to ride it. Comment below if it's fun. This tree's really pretty. Over here in the Bowen Farm section, you've got Barnstormer, the dueling Daredevils, although they only run one side. I really have only ever seen one side in this the past couple of years. It's the S&S Swing. It's a lot of fun. You can see similar models to this at Silver Dollar City, Kennywood, Lake Compound, Cedar Point, and Valley could have slightly bigger ones. Just come flying. Get lots of good airtime, float around. This would be a good pass so you can get a good view of exactly what you're doing. Oh, it's so much fun. Love this ride. It's a cool little area of the park, nicely themed. And the airtime is great. Close to the winter is Mountain Slidewinder. This is kind of like a bobsled coaster, but a water ride. Can't see very much because we can't go any further than this, but it's up here. You have to hike all the way to the top of the hill, and you ride like a bobsled type sled down. Absolutely awesome, good fun stuff. So if it's open when you're here, you definitely want to do it. A lot of walking, but man, the ride is awesome. And so is this waterfall. I'm at a point in the park where everything is that way. You can take home your home run souvenir here. I love this. It's the Professional Porch Sitters Union. These fine folks. You gonna join the Porch Sitters Union?
I am.
All right.
I went to PSU, not Penn State University. No, Porch Sitters Union.
Huh.
Same thing, same education.
Pretty much. You probably learned how to treat locker boys better there. How's this chair? Is it comfy?
Very comfy, yes. I could stay here a spell.
You can fall asleep? Mm-hmm. All right. And that was a random guest in the Porch Sitters Union. I have since joined the Porch Sitters Union. Big fan. Comfy chairs. I could sit here all day. People watching, and there are plenty of good people watching here at Dollywood, if I do say so myself. As we rock in this chair together. The Dollywood Express. Absolutely love the Dollywood Express. Train 70 is on the track today. You can see on our YouTube channel a full behind-the-scenes tour of this, the engines and all that kind of stuff. Great times. Absolutely love this. Make sure if you ride in Dollywood, you gotta ride the Dollywood Express. Remember, it's not a continuous running attraction. There are different times where it departs, so pay attention to that when you come into the park. Rode the Wonder Wheel for the first time in many years here at Dollywood. Great view with the fall leaf colors. Like I say, these Ferris wheels kind of creep me out. If you all know that, you follow this YouTube channel. But the thing that was really weird for me over here is the fact that there is no roller coaster anymore. The Veggietales Coaster is gone, so like the whole station, like, remember, this used to be a station. And now it's not, and the whole track is gone. It's now just this fake grass field. I'm kind of surprised. Like, I know you didn't necessarily need another kids coaster, but this one had to have been falling apart for them to build another one, or maybe that was in their contract, like, hey, build you this one, but you got to get rid of that other one. It had weird cars, so I don't really understand why, but I think it's interesting that it's gone. It is gone. There is no roller coaster here anymore. It's now just a place to hang out and relax. Realize John Knott, not shot. Alexander shot and John Knott. Knott was shot and shot was not. In this case, it was better to be shot than not. Words to live by. So new for this year, the Wilderness Path has been expanded. You can see the old path, and now we've got a new path here, make it a little wider. It's also neat little photo ops on the pathway. Everyone's favorite show here at Dollywood is the Lumberjack Band. Just kidding, but kids can play in these pots and make noise. And of course, a day at Dollywood would not be complete without the world famous cinnamon bread from the grist mill. It's great. I'm especially looking forward to this little gap here. All of the gooiness there right in the middle. Looks good. This is where I go when I'm in trouble. Alright guys, so that ends our trip here to Dollywood today. We were staying at the Dreamore Resort, so we got our fancy little trolley, and as you can see, we closed the park. We were on the last trolley out of here. We're the only ones on here. So thank you for watching this video and all of our other videos here on our YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/InTheLoopPodcast. Follow me on Twitter at DrewTheIntern. Like us on Instagram at InTheLoopPodcast. I'm on Untapped at DrewTheIntern. And our podcast is great. We do it whenever we can do it. So you learn all the great things there with Legend, myself, and whoever wants to show up. So it's been a pleasure of showing you around Dollywood, my favorite Christmas event. I absolutely love the park. Lots of great rides, Lightning Rod, Tennessee Tornado, and all of that fun stuff in between. So hopefully you enjoyed this tour and all of our other stuff, and we will see you on the Midway.